The internet exploded in disbelief when whispers first began to circulate. Could it really be true that Bruno Mars was personally handing out free tickets to fans for the opening night of his long-awaited comeback concert in Las Vegas? At first, many thought it was just another rumor born from fan excitement, the kind that spreads like wildfire across social media before fading into silence. But this time, the story refused to disappear. Instead, it grew louder, brighter, and more electrifying with every passing hour. Because this time, the unbelievable was real. Bruno Mars himself had stepped into the streets and into the spotlight, not to promote a product, not to pose for flashing cameras, but to give something extraordinary directly to the people who built his empire, his fans. Las Vegas has always been a city of spectacle, of neon dreams and dramatic moments. Yet even for a place known for glittering surprises, what happened this week felt historic. As the city prepared for the grand opening night of Bruno Mars' comeback concert, anticipation was already at fever pitch. Fans from across the United States and around the world had begun arriving days in advance, hoping to catch even a glimpse of the superstar as rehearsals intensified behind closed doors. Hotels buzzed with conversations about stage designs, rumored setlists, and possible surprise guests. The air itself seemed charged with expectation, but no one expected what Bruno would do next. It started quietly. A small crowd gathered outside a popular Las Vegas boulevard not far from the venue where the opening concert would soon take place. Fans were holding handmade signs, some decorated with glitter and lyrics from his biggest hits. They were singing softly at first, harmonizing to songs that had defined their teenage years, their breakups, their celebrations, their lives. Then suddenly a ripple moved through the crowd. Phones were lifted into the air, someone gasped, someone screamed. And then there he was. Bruno Mars appeared without grand announcement, without dramatic introduction, dressed casually but unmistakably himself. A baseball cap pulled low, a relaxed smile, that signature aura of effortless cool. For a split second the crowd froze in shock. Then chaos erupted, but the beautiful kind. Tears streamed down faces. Fans shouted his name. Some simply stood stunned, unable to process what their eyes were seeing. What happened next turned disbelief into legend. Bruno didn't just wave and disappear behind security. He didn't offer a quick hello before retreating to a waiting vehicle. Instead, he stepped forward holding something that would send shockwaves through the fandom: official tickets to his comeback opening night concert in Las Vegas. Not vouchers, not discount codes, not backstage lottery promises. Actual, fully valid tickets to one of the most anticipated shows of the year. And he began handing them out himself. The moment was surreal. Cameras captured him smiling warmly as he placed tickets directly into trembling hands. "See you inside," he reportedly told one fan, who burst into tears upon receiving hers. Another fan collapsed to their knees in disbelief as Bruno leaned down to help them up, laughing softly and reassuring them that yes, this was real. Social media platforms were instantly flooded with videos. Within minutes, the hashtag connected to the surprise giveaway began trending worldwide. For many fans, it wasn't just about the money saved, it was about the gesture. In an industry often criticized for high ticket prices and exclusive access, Bruno Mars had chosen a different path. He chose connection. He chose gratitude. He chose to physically show up and reward the loyalty that had carried him through years of chart-topping success and quieter periods alike. The comeback concert in Las Vegas was already positioned as a defining moment in his career. After time spent refining new material, reimagining his sound, and stepping back from relentless touring schedules, this show symbolized a new era. Expectations were enormous. Industry insiders predicted record-breaking attendance and global streaming coverage. Yet somehow this spontaneous act of generosity overshadowed even the anticipation of the performance itself. Fans who received tickets described the moment as life-changing. One young woman shared through tears that she had traveled from another state, but couldn't afford official resale prices. She had come anyway, hoping to feel the atmosphere from outside the venue. Instead, she walked away clutching a golden opportunity she never thought possible. Another fan admitted they had been saving for months but still fell short. Bruno's unexpected gift erased not only financial barriers, but emotional ones too. Witnesses described how Bruno took time with each person. He asked names, he listened to stories, he laughed, he hugged. It wasn't rushed or mechanical, it felt intentional, personal, authentic. Security maintained order, but the atmosphere remained warm rather than chaotic. At one point, Bruno reportedly joked, "You thought I was just gonna rehearse and disappear," prompting laughter from the crowd. The symbolism was powerful. Las Vegas represents glamour, high stakes, and exclusivity. Yet here was one of the world's biggest performers breaking down barriers before even stepping onto the stage. In a city built on spectacle, Bruno created a moment that felt deeply human. Of course, speculation quickly followed. How many tickets were given? Would there be more surprise giveaways before the concert? Was this a one-time gesture or part of a larger campaign? While official numbers weren't immediately confirmed, videos showed stacks of tickets being distributed, enough to spark hope across the fandom. Entertainment analysts weighed in almost immediately. Some called it a masterclass in fan engagement. Others described it as a bold marketing move that money couldn't buy, but fans pushed back against cynical interpretations. "He didn't have to do this," one viral comment read. "He wanted to." As night approached, the glow of Las Vegas lights seemed even brighter. The story had transcended fan circles and entered mainstream headlines. News outlets replayed footage of Bruno laughing with fans, bending down to speak to children, signing memorabilia before slipping tickets into grateful hands. The narrative was irresistible, a global superstar personally rewarding everyday people. Inside rehearsal spaces, preparations for opening night continued at full intensity. Stage designers fine-tuned lighting cues, musicians polished transitions, dancers ran through choreography until movements looked effortless. The comeback wasn't just about nostalgia, it was about evolution. Sources close to the production hinted at new arrangements of classic hits, surprise collaborations, and visuals unlike anything Bruno had presented before. But outside those walls, the emotional impact of the giveaway lingered. Fans who hadn't received tickets still expressed admiration rather than jealousy. Many said simply witnessing the moment restored their faith in celebrity authenticity. In an era dominated by digital interactions, seeing an artist physically show up mattered. The phrase "Bruno Mars gave me this himself" became a badge of honor online. Photos of tickets held in shaking hands circulated widely. Close-ups showed official holograms and printed seat numbers, proof that this wasn't staged or symbolic. It was tangible. As the date of the opening concert drew closer, speculation intensified about what Bruno might say on stage. Would he acknowledge the giveaway publicly? Would he dedicate a song to the fans who had gathered outside? Would there be another surprise waiting? Meanwhile, travel bookings reportedly surged. Fans who saw the viral clips began scrambling for last-minute flights to Las Vegas, hoping lightning might strike twice. Hotels near the venue reported increased inquiries. Street corners buzzed with conversations about timing and possibility. Bruno Mars has always been known for showmanship. His performances blend retro charisma with modern precision, yet this gesture revealed another dimension, one rooted in gratitude and humility. It reminded fans why they fell in love with him in the first place. The talent was undeniable, the stage presence unmatched, but moments like this revealed heart. On the eve of the concert, Las Vegas felt less like a tourist hub and more like a gathering ground for a global family. Fans lined up early, some holding signs that read "Thank you, Bruno" in glittering letters. Others carried framed screenshots of the moment they received their ticket. The anticipation wasn't just about hearing new songs, it was about celebrating connection. When the doors finally opened, those who had been gifted tickets walked inside with a sense of disbelief still lingering. They weren't just attendees, they were living proof of an extraordinary gesture. As lights dimmed and the first notes echoed through the arena, an unspoken understanding pulsed through the crowd. This wasn't just a comeback concert, it was a statement. And somewhere in that roaring arena, as Bruno Mars took the stage beneath blinding lights and thunderous applause, the story of him standing on a Las Vegas street handing out tickets with his own hands became part of the mythology surrounding this new era. A reminder that sometimes the most powerful performances happen before the curtain even rises. The comeback had begun, not just with music, not just with spectacle, but with generosity that fans would talk about for years to come.